I'm Redson Tedeke. I'm the National Coordinator, the convener of the Asiwaju Farmers Forum. Agriculture is hard. Agriculture is tough. I am speaking as somebody who has been in the agricultural space for a while, who has been physically engaged in agriculture. I'm speaking as a man who is currently running the NFGCS Farm Estate, one of the biggest community farm projects in all of Nigeria. I'm speaking as a man who is employing over 500 Nigerians and taking care of several communities in and around me in Gate, Kokona local government, from where I am making this broadcast. From the studio, from a studio within the farm is where I'm making this broadcast. Agriculture is hard and tough. But you see, it is only hard and tough because the right things have not been done over time. We cannot keep doing things the way we have done them over the years and expect something to be better or different. It will not. And that is why it is important that we mobilize farmers across the country, mobilize farmers to understand the ideology of the Agbado and Cassava economy. Let us be clear on something. Until and unless Nigerians look within, we will not be able to solve the problems that we are facing as a country. Until and unless something really changes drastically, we will not be able to solve the problem. So let us look at this thing holistically. Please take time to listen, learn, and see if my coming to you and telling you to become a part of the Agbado and Cassava revolution under the incoming president of our leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Senator Kashim Shettima. If I'm saying something right, I'm just talking for the sake of talking. We are 200 million people sitting on over 50 million arable hectares of farmland. We have no reason to be hungry. There is no revolution in the world that is not agrarian. Look, I have said this 1,000,001 times. When people tell you, when they come to you and they tell you that, wait, we can develop this Nigerian economy with outside agriculture, it's not possible. Listen, agriculture produces the highest number of jobs. No other sector in the economy come close. No other sector in the economy come close. Agriculture gives us the foundation. It gives us the opportunity. It gives us the reason, the ideology. It gives us the opportunity to be able to say, yes, something can be done right in Nigeria. That is what agriculture does for us. So let us look at the Agbado and Cassava economy. We are lacking in real agricultural productivity. That is why we are challenged as a country with regards to insecurity. The insecurity problem in Nigeria is an economic problem. Nigeria is burdened with debt because we are having a revenue problem. States are challenged without the ability of paying salaries because they have not tapped into the opportunities that are available in agriculture in all of their various states. Proper perspective is key. Imagine if you have 2-3 people managing 1 hectare of land. Imagine with the right government support, how many hectares of land would take 1 million Nigerians out of unemployment. Another good thing about agriculture is that you can employ anybody. You can employ anybody, literally employ anybody. You go school, you speak Hausa, you speak Igbo, you speak Yoruba, you know go school, you know read book. You can be employed in the agri space. So why should we not make this election about the Agbado and Cassava economy? And I'm happy that Peter will be the candidate of Labour. He's now talking about agriculture, something that Tinubu, Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, said a long time ago, has been preaching a long time ago. Now people talk about Lagos. Yes, Lagos is the only state in this country that has really worked. Party-wise, it has worked. Nationally, if you look at Lagos with all the challenges they face, they have also worked. Now, he solved the Lagos revenue problem based on the needs and the availability of the resources in Lagos. Lagos is literally a trade and an industrial nation. It's a commercial city. So how do you generate revenue in a commercial city if you're not generating revenue from trades? If you're not generating revenue from taxation? So you have to look at what works in Lagos. And if you want to make that work in Nigeria, what do? You don't increase tax revenue like he has said several times. You expand the capacity, the ability, the population of people who are paying taxes. Agriculture gives Nigeria, give state, give local government, give rural Nigeria the ability to become productive, to become taxable, to become part of the revenue net, add to our GDP, add to our revenue drive, make us a competent nation with competent men, earning men and women that are driving the Nigerian national narrative. That is the Agbado economy. Look, agriculture is tough because I am in it. Look, I started this project as what you call a crowdfunding platform. So many of those investors want to eat me raw. Why? Because we made the mistake of thinking that agriculture is a magic business. It's something you go into today, tomorrow money comes out. No. A cattle, a female cow, takes about 9 months to give birth. And then before it can give birth again, it takes another 6-7 months. But every 3 years, let's assume you give birth to 2. So, and before they get ready, it takes about 3, 4, 5 years. Palm tree. You plant palm tree today, when is it going to take time to be ready? The same thing with maize. Maize is not a 4-month crop. Maize is a minimum of 1-year crop. You prepare your land, you plant maize, and after planting, you harvest. After harvesting, price may not be right because of the nature of our economic structure and agricultural society. So you need to warehouse. It may take you about a year. Nobody is looking at agriculture foundationally. You see, agriculture is heavily subsidized all over the world because it's a centerpiece of national integration, growth, and development, and sustaining rural people. People who have no means get to enjoy, get to survive because of agriculture. So what the Agbado and Cassava economy is trying to do to you, that revolution, the Agbado and Cassava revolution, saying that, look, why don't we look at what we have? Utilize it to be able to take care of our people. There are nations of this world that force their citizens, once you are 18, conscript them into the army and said, go and learn, become a reserve, become somebody who we can rely on tomorrow if a country is under threat. Now, we have Boko Haram challenge. We have insecurity, we have banditry, we have all of this. Like I said, they're all economic issues anyway. But you have them. What do you then do? What you do is to move more of your young men and women who are able, who are capable, who are leaving schools without job, who are looking for blue-collar jobs that really don't exist these days. You mobilize a lot of them into the military. You can mobilize 1 million, I don't care. You can mobilize 2 million, we don't care. Asiwaju is saying, I want to mobilize 5 million Nigerian youths into the armed forces and in whatever capacity. It can be in the army, it can be in the police, it can be in the air force, it can be in the civil defense, it can be in immigration, all over the various arms of the armed forces that we have in the country. But when you mobilize them, how do you pay them? When you mobilize them, how do you take care of them? And not just that, how do you ensure that the productivity is there to manage these people? And so you deploy, as you are mobilizing 1 million into the armed forces, you are mobilizing 10 million into agriculture. What are they going to do? You can't have over 50 million arable hectares of farmland and tell me you are hungry and tell me those 1 million people cannot do. What are they going to do? It's Agbado, it's cassava, it's cow, it's yam, it's soya beans, it's eggs. Think about it. You got the point now. You got the message now. No. Let me make you guys laugh there. No. You have cassava. You have maize. You have egg. You have, you name it, cow. All of them are there. You are producing them in large numbers. What then do you do? If you produce them in large numbers, what people we eat will no longer be a problem. Will no longer be a crisis. Think about that. No. When they no longer become a crisis, what then happens? After that, no. You now think of excess production leads to industrialization. When you produce in excess, what then do? You then begin to process what you produce. As you begin to process what you produce, you no longer become a raw material exporting country that sells crude oil and import kerosene and import diesel and import petrol and import aviation fuel and import oil. You import everything, all the variants of crude oil, and you think you're making money. So you said crude oil for $100 per barrel. How much are you buying a liter of petrol? How much are you buying a liter of this? How much are you buying a liter of that? All the variants of crude. No. You see, you begin to get the message. You begin to get the message of the Agbado economy. You build industries. I have a rice mill here at the Nigerian Farmers Group at NFGC Farm Estate. I have a feed mill processing plant. I have a gari processing plant. We have groundnut oil processing plant. No, you can begin to process everything. You begin to process everything, so you are no longer a nation that depends on the export of our raw material to survive. How do you survive exporting your raw material, my people? How do you survive? The Asiwaju Farmers Forum is bringing this narrative to you. I'm telling you that Asiwaju is looking at the whole of this picture completely. We want to get into that phase of our country, of our nation, where we are exporting not just raw materials, but we are exporting finished goods. Why should Kaduna, the estate with one of the largest capacity to produce ginger, be imported ginger tea? Oh, what a madness! Oh, what a state of mad guys. What we are saying, what you're saying is this: let us get off the high horses. Let us get off the high horses and focus on this nation, and focus on our people, and focus on our productivity, and focus on our capacity, and focus on our ability, and focus on our land, and focus on our people, and use them to grow this country from within, because that is what we have lacked for so long. So you have a man and a team. Shetima did it in Borno during the challenges of Boko Haram. Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu did it in Lagos. It's now time to make it a national integration project, a cultural, socio-economic, political revolution driven by rural Nigeria for the greater good of Nigeria, taking rural Nigeria from the quagmire it currently is to a gold mine of opportunity, looking at Nigeria from what we have, not what others think we have, looking at Nigeria from our own capacity to become a great nation, not because somebody said we should devalue. What is the business of agriculture and devaluation? What is the business of agriculture and privatization? The business of agriculture in Nigeria should be all about lifting the average Nigerian spirit, lifting the average Nigerian man and woman of poverty. Agriculture is the only way you can do that. And the Agbado revolution premise and the conversation of Bola, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is all about reviving the Nigerian spirit for the greater good of the Nigerian people. And the Asiwaju Farmers Forum is here to tell you that message. That is what we are doing. Nigeria has greatness. Nigeria has everything. But agriculture is the prime opportunity to change our state. Don't keep telling me that the Netherlands does about 100 billion euro every year from agriculture. Yes, that is right. Stop telling me that Brazil is doing over $20 billion from beef, from cattle. Yes, we know that. Stop telling me that Australia is doing about 10 billion euro, $10 billion per annum from the export of dairy, milk. We know that. It is time to stop the talk and focus on our people. The Asiwaju Farmers Forum is pulling Nigerians together from all over the whole country and telling them, let us mobilize for the man that knows what we want, for the man we sabi, for the man we won't do, for the man we don't do it before. Because if we mobilize for him, let me assure you, farmers across the country, he will mobilize for you. The Asiwaju Farmers Forum is telling you today, if you mobilize for the Asiwaju presidency, Asiwaju will mobilize for you. Because we hold his feet to the fire. He's our father, yes. He's our leader. He's our legendary leader. But we hold his feet to the fire. And let me tell you this. What we have here, the NFGCS Farm Estate, is an example of what will be done in most local government in this country. It is time we revolutionize our thinking. Look, I always tell people, don't be professorial when you're talking agriculture with me. Don't go there at all. Don't go there. What is it that our schools have done with regards to agriculture? How have you become innovative? Do you know that in most of India and China, what is driving their revolution is not smart technology, it is basic technology. Okada with a cat, tricycle with a cat. Imagine what the Agbado and Cassava economy will do for you if we focus on fabrication like we also do here in the farm estate. If you focus on fabrication of just Okada with a tiller, Okada with a harrower, you can manufacture 20 million Okada every year just for agriculture. And guess what? If Innocent goes into a business like that, you know what it means? Tricycles in the farm, Okada for harrowing and plowing and planting and harvesting. Who said we cannot do it? Our young men are building vehicle. This young guy in Borno is doing wonders. Who said we cannot do it? So the Agbado and Cassava economy is a holistic approach towards solving the problem of the Nigerian national state. Because the national question is an economic question. Like my dad, Professor Moses Tereke, would always say, the Nigerian national question is an economic question. The late Professor Moses Tereke. It is not an ethnocentric, parochialist, sentimental question of religiosity, ethnocentric tribalism. Now, who religion help? Yes. No, who religion help? Tell me. Who religion help? Will religion put food on your table? With a Muslim, what is my business with the Muslim ticket? And look at the men before me. Like I said during Buhari, if Buhari like letting me appoint a minister that's all, his cabinet are all Muslims, what does he care? What do I care? If the right job is being done. Buhari has provided the foundation. It is now time to move on to the next phase. And what is the next phase? The next phase is that Nigerians must begin to now look at how at all levels, which is the message you are taking before the Asiwaju campaign, that look, let us make agriculture the foundation of our own industrial development. It is the foundation of others. Somebody should begin to tell us English now. Chebi, the people were telling them to do smart technology, solar, sun. Now firewood they go carry. Not be firewood they go carry. Don't tell me that we're killing our trees. Don't dare tell me that you're killing our trees. What you should do is to plant more trees. Because you cut what you can cut, but plant more. Replace them. Right here in Gate, in Nasarawa State, Kokona local government. Come and have a look at it. We have close to 5,000 palm trees. We have more than 1,000, umbrella trees. Not just that. Guess what? Neem tree, eucalyptus tree, masquerade. We planted trees. So we're changing the vegetative structure of the entire region. So when you come here during the dry season, it will be as though you are in the wet season. Listen, Nigerians, I am not telling you to support the Asiwaju candidacy because I am an APC man. Yes, I'm an APC man. I'm proud to be an APC man. We will campaign on Buhari's record. Those of you that want to go back to 2014, when bomb blasts were going off up and down across the country, where Oblige, you will not sleep with your eyes closed, where you need police to go to church and mosque. Those of you who want to campaign with that record, please come. We are here. And stop telling me that the price of rice is so. The reason the price of rice is what it is because we have not become productive locally. When Buhari said we want to ban foreign rice so that local rice can have the template, we can fund them better, we can give them more structural support and ensure that foreigners does not come in all of them they shout. Rice go reach 60,000. Make it reach. Make we do. How we go get this kind of land when we get? We go there hungry. Think about it. The Asiwaju Farmers Forum is interested in driving the narrative for real national development and growth. The Asiwaju Farmers Forum is looking at what Asiwaju Bola, Ahmed Tinubu, and Senator Kashim Shettima are telling you and I. And we are making it a reality. As I speak to you, millions of farmers across this country are mobilizing for that presidency because we will hold them to account. We are having a stake in the Asiwaju presidency. We are having a stake. Farmers are going to dominate the presidency because we know that as a nation, we have what it takes to grow. We know that as a people, we have what it takes to become legendary and great. That we have not done it It's a burden on all of our humanity. That we must do it. It's a challenge for all of our people. That we can do it. It's a possibility that is available in our hands and in our land. That is going to be done soon. It's part of why Asiwaju, Bola, Ahmed Tinubu is going to be president. We are mobilizing nationwide. Join us. It is time to make Nigeria work with what is available in Nigeria from opportunities that we have in Nigeria. It is time to make Nigeria great. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will make Nigeria great. You can count on that. If you have not joined the Asiwaju Farmers Forum, please do join. Go to our Facebook pages. We have our Facebook page is the Asiwaju Farmers Forum. Just type the Asiwaju Farmers Forum, click, become a part of our activities on Facebook. You have all of the zones are represented, all of the states are represented in the Farmers Forum. We are mobilizing over 10 million farmers for the Asiwaju campaign, and you can be a part of that. I am Red Tinteleke. I'm here, a farmer. I'm here, a Nigerian. I'm here, a member of the APC, and I'm here to tell you that now it is time to vote for Asiwaju, to prepare, campaign, and vote for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You have a great day, everybody. Thank you.